a country where there is no crime, no one has to pay taxes, and ATMs are used to withdraw gold instead of cash. These are just a few of the little talked about facts about Dubai, the world's luxury paradise. Usually when people talk about this small emirate, they talk about the tallest building in the world, the artificial islands, and the many other amazing constructions that exist in Dubai. And if you think that Dubai is a totally restricted place, with strict laws that punish for everything, you could be completely wrong. Despite being a country governed by Islamic law, Dubai is gradually loosening its restrictions, and today there are many things allowed that are sure to shock you. So get ready, fasten your seatbelts, and subscribe to the channel, because our journey through 19 interesting facts about Dubai is about to begin. And to prove that in Dubai, tradition and modernity are totally mixed, we're going to start by showing you the traditional camel races, but which use jockeys as robots. If you think that camels are only used for transportation in the middle of the desert, you need to see all their other uses. As well as producing milk and meat, camels are also used for entertainment. Camel races have been around for a long time and are extremely popular throughout the Middle East, especially in Dubai. In the past, camels were ridden by human jockeys, but they were usually children because of their weight, and there were many reports of abuse and even kidnappings. From the 2000s onwards, the local authorities found a way to keep the races child-free using technology. Rides began to be held with small robots weighing between 2 and 3 kilos. These small pieces of equipment allow the animals' owners to give commands to control the speed and direction of the camels, not to mention the fact that they can issue voice commands to encourage the quadruped. The races are real social events and attract crowds to the racetracks that are specially created for this type of competition. If you ever want to see all this for yourself, you'd better get up early, because the races are usually held in the early hours of the day, when the temperatures are a little lower than usual. Maybe you'll pick an animal in the race, and if it wins, you might be so happy that you dance. But be very careful, because dancing in public is forbidden in Dubai. Being part of a rich culture that has dance as one of its greatest expressions, you'd think that dancing would be very common there, but it's quite the opposite. In order to preserve proper and respectful behavior in public spaces, dancing is completely forbidden in these places. But if you're one of those who can't control your skeleton, don't worry. In Dubai, there are appropriate places for this, such as clubs, bars, and discos. As well as not being able to dance, showing affection in public is also forbidden in Dubai, whether it's between people who are already married or not. Kissing in public, including light kissing and fondling, is considered a breach of public decorum and can be seen as disrespectful to local society. The Dubai authorities are strict in enforcing these laws, and violators can face heavy fines, detention, and even deportation, especially if the act is considered indecent behavior. For many, this rule may seem harsh, especially for those who live in places where it is quite common to see people kissing or caressing each other in public. However, these are local customs that have existed for a long time, and that any visitor needs to be aware of and respect. After all, when we visit another country, it's as if we're going to someone else's home, and we need to respect the rules of the host. This ban not only applies to heterosexual couples, but also to any public display of affection between people, regardless of gender. Now you know, dancing or kissing in public can get you into trouble, and there's no point in running from the police. You know why? The Dubai police are very famous for their fleet of luxury vehicles. It's not for any country to turn a Ferrari or a Lamborghini into a police car, but this is Dubai, the land of excess. There, the police have at their disposal some of the most expensive and fastest cars in the world. Among so many marvels of the automotive world, the Dubai police own a Bugatti Veyron, simply one of the fastest cars in the world, which can reach over 400 kilometers per hour. See why I said there was no point in running? In addition to this gem, which costs more than $2 million, Dubai police officers can drive some other models that I, at least, will only be able to drive in my dreams. The fleet of 14 supercars includes brands such as Bentley, Rolls-Royce, Aston Martin, Mercedes, and many others. I bet it must make you want to go to jail just to take these machines for a spin. At least looking at the figures, it seems that the locals don't feel the same way. Dubai is considered one of the safest places in the world, even though it is an ultra-modern and very busy metropolis. If you look up the most popular tourist destinations in the world, you're sure to find Dubai in the top positions, which might lead anyone to believe that there are many thefts and robberies, as is common in very touristy places. But Dubai is different. Public safety is a top priority, and the government invests heavily in ensuring that tourists and residents are not at risk. Policing is constant, and the police also have the technological support of thousands of cameras that watch and monitor the streets 24 hours a day. In addition to capturing images, the camera system has the capacity to analyze the footage and the technology to make identifications quickly. And it doesn't stop there, because as well as having good surveillance, Dubai has several tough laws against crime, which I'm sure make many people think not twice, but 1,000 times before doing anything stupid. Anyone knows that anyone who commits any crime in Dubai is practically guaranteed a stint behind bars. But what many people may not be aware of is that defaulting on a loan can also guarantee a good time in jail. The country's laws are very strict on defaulters, and failing to pay a debt is a surefire way to get into trouble with the courts. Whether it's a credit card bill, a car payment, or a check, it's best to pay up. I think that if the trend catches on, and other countries decide to adopt a law like this, there will be no jail time for many people, and do you agree with me? A lot of foreigners discovered this the hard way, when they were up to their necks in debt and couldn't pay. When Dubai started to grow and make headlines around the world, many people decided to move to the small emirate. Once there, it's hard not to be overwhelmed by all the luxury and ostentation, and many resorted to financing to buy a beautiful house or a super luxury car. When they realized they wouldn't be able to pay and the risks they were taking, many people gave up and left everything behind. That's why, for some time, it became quite common to find luxury cars like Ferraris, Porsches, and many others abandoned around the city. And the deadbeats don't even have the excuse that taxes eat up part of their earnings, because there is no income tax in Dubai. I know that sounds like music to many people's ears, especially those who live in countries that take a bite out of their salaries. As the country has made a lot of money from exploiting natural resources, the government decided to stop charging income tax as a way of attracting qualified professionals from other countries. As well as attracting a lot of people from all over the world, this measure has also helped the economy to grow, as the money that would have been taxed has been used to buy goods such as houses, cars, and luxury goods. Even for companies, Dubai has proved advantageous, because in many sectors, corporate tax is very low. Several companies have moved to save money on taxes, which has helped the emirate generate more jobs. Better than saving money is winning money, and anyone passing through Dubai airport could have the chance to win a fortune. And I'm not talking about a lottery shop where you can play the lottery. Dubai International Airport has made the news for placing an acrylic box with a bar of gold inside. It could be just another way of showing off the country's wealth, but it's much more than that. The box has a hole through which you can stick your hand and reach the 20-kilogram bar of pure gold. And whoever manages to get the bar out gets to keep it. It sounds simple, but it's all very well thought out, and so far no one has managed to take the prize. After all, it's not just because they have a lot of money that they're going to hand it out like that, right? For those who have tried and failed, there is still a consolation, which is to withdraw gold directly from an ATM. Of course, in this case you have to pay, but it's still a unique experience. The so-called gold-to-go machines began to be installed in Dubai in 2010. They're very similar to the ATMs we're used to, but instead of cash, they give you gold bars. As there is a real fascination with gold in Dubai, many people want to have the precious metal in their possession, and it is even used in many commercial transactions. Gold ATMs dispense bars ranging from 1 gram to 1 ounce, a measurement often used to weigh gold, which is equivalent to just over 28 grams. Using gold ATMs is very simple and very similar to using normal ATMs. All you have to do is choose the amount, swipe your card, and wait for the machine to give you your gold. I just don't know how to check, but I think you can trust it. I don't know what you could buy with these gold bars, but if you wanted to put fuel in your car, I'm sure you could. Dubai is a place where fuel can cost the same or even less than water. This is due to a number of factors. As well as being a major oil producer, which helps to keep prices low, Dubai is entirely in the desert, which means that water is scarce. So in Dubai, water can cost a little more and fuel a little less. When you do the math, it can be cheaper to fill up your car than to quench your thirst. And since water reminds us of rain, let's talk about something very rare in Dubai. So rare that they aren't even prepared for the rare rainy days. Known for its arid, desert climate, the city is not prepared to deal with heavy rainfall. The city's infrastructure, designed to cope with extreme heat and drought, does not include an adequate drainage system for large volumes of water. When storms do occur, even if they are rare, they can cause significant flooding and widespread disruption. Streets and highways often become flooded, hampering traffic and causing traffic jams. In some areas, water can accumulate to such an extent that vehicles get stuck and public transport is disrupted. Buildings and constructions also face challenges, with water seeping into structures that were not designed to withstand so much moisture. In addition to the immediate transportation and infrastructure problems, the rains can affect commerce and services, as many stores and businesses have to close until conditions improve. Dubai's international airport, one of the busiest in the world, could also suffer delays and flight cancellations due to flooding on the runways and access areas. But don't worry, it rains very little, and the country has other infrastructures that compensate, like this building. The Burj Khalifa, located in Dubai, is the tallest building in the world at an impressive 828 meters and 163 floors. Construction began in 2004 and was completed in 2010, involving around 12,000 workers every day. This iconic skyscraper houses a combination of luxury residences, offices, and the Armani Hotel, as well as several observation platforms offering panoramic views of the city and the surrounding desert. The Burj Khalifa's design was inspired by the Hymenocallis flower, with a Y-shaped base that maximizes space for residences and offices while providing structural stability. The tower is clad in a glass and steel exterior, reflecting the desert sun and creating a bright, futuristic appearance. Inside the Burj Khalifa, the elevators are some of the fastest in the world, reaching speeds of up to 10 meters per second. The observation platforms on the 124th and 148th floors are popular destinations for tourists, providing breathtaking views of Dubai. In addition, the building has an 11-hectare park, fountains, and a host of luxury amenities. The Burj Khalifa uses advanced sustainability systems, including a condensed water collection system for irrigating the gardens and special glass that reduces heat gain, helping to maintain the building's energy efficiency. The Burj Khalifa is an impressive feat of modern engineering and one of Dubai's main tourist attractions, as well as the world's first 7-star hotel. The Burj Al Arab, located in Dubai, is often referred to as the world's first 7-star hotel, although officially it is classified as a 5-star luxury hotel. Opened in 1999, the Burj Al Arab is famous for its iconic sail-shaped design, which rises 321 meters above an artificial island built 280 meters off the coast of Jumeirah Beach. The hotel is an extraordinary example of opulence and luxury service, comprising 202 duplex suites, each with breathtaking views of the Persian Gulf. The Burj Al Arab offers an unparalleled level of comfort and exclusivity. The suites range from 170 to 780 square meters, decorated with luxurious fabrics, gold furniture, and state-of-the-art technology. Each guest has access to a personal butler service available 24 hours a day. Among the Burj Al Arab's exclusive amenities are 9 restaurants and bars, including Al Mahara, which features a huge saltwater aquarium, and Al Muntaha, situated 200 meters above sea level, offering panoramic views of Dubai. The hotel is also home to the Talis Spa, which offers world-class wellness treatments, indoor and outdoor pools, and a private beach. The Burj Al Arab is accessible by a private bridge and offers transfers by Rolls-Royce car or helicopter, with a helipad located at the top of the building. This hotel is an icon of hospitality and a must-see destination for those seeking an incomparable luxury experience. In fact, luxury seems to me to be the word that defines Dubai. There is so much ostentation that in order to differentiate themselves, people try everything and spend fortunes on things that are unimaginable. In Dubai, having a low-numbered license plate is considered a symbol of status and prestige. These license plates are extremely prized and often auctioned off for astronomical sums. The most desired license plate numbers are usually simple and easy to remember, such as 1, 2, or 10, and are seen as a sign of wealth and influence. Car license plate auctions in Dubai are highly anticipated events, attracting multi-millionaires and luxury car enthusiasts. For example, license plate 1 was sold for 52.2 million dirhams, which is approximately $13 million, at an auction in 2008, making it one of the most expensive license plates ever sold in the world. Other license plates with low numbers also fetch high prices, often exceeding millions of dirhams. The desire for exclusive license plates reflects the culture of luxury and exclusivity that permeates Dubai. Owning a low-numbered license plate is more than a matter of practicality. It is a statement of social status and success. These license plates are seen as valuable investments and collector's items, often transferred between generations or resold at even higher prices at future auctions. In addition to auctions, license plates can be purchased directly through private transactions, where prices can also be extremely high. Having a low-numbered license plate in Dubai is one of many examples of how the city celebrates luxury and exclusivity in every aspect of daily life. There are really few places on the planet that flaunt it as much as Dubai. But as we've seen throughout our trip, the country has managed to reconcile all the modernity with maintaining its traditions, especially when it comes to customs. But Dubai never ceases to amaze, and even in the field of law, the emirate has modernized. A good example is the change in the law banning premarital sex. For a long time, relations outside marriage were punishable by punishment, imprisonment, and even deportation in the case of foreigners. Just to give you an idea, hotels couldn't accept guests of different sexes who weren't from the same family. But now Dubai is changing. The law has been changed, and now consensual sex before marriage is authorized. It was quite a leap, as was the liberation of alcohol consumption. This used to be one of Dubai's most talked about taboos, and both locals and visitors could get into serious trouble if they were caught with their mouths in a bottle. Drinking alcohol could also lead to physical punishment, imprisonment, and other punishments. The country was so strict that there was no openness to selling or consuming alcohol. But as part of Dubai's efforts to modernize and attract more citizens from other parts of the world, consumption is now free. But don't think that everything is a mess and that anyone can get drunk. There are plenty of people who drink and dance, and as we've already seen, dancing in public isn't allowed. Consumption is allowed for people over 21 and in appropriate places, such as hotels, bars, restaurants, and clubs. And in Dubai, it's a good idea to take the famous recommendation to drink in moderation seriously, because although drinking is allowed, getting drunk in public is forbidden and can lead to many problems. These liberalizations must have pleased many people because in Dubai, the population of foreigners far exceeds that of local citizens, with estimates indicating that there are around 7 times more expats than Emiratis. This phenomenon is part of the city's unique demographic makeup, resulting from its rapid expansion and development as a global center for business and tourism. Dubai's economic prosperity, driven by sectors such as trade, tourism, finance, and construction, has attracted workers from all over the world. Highly skilled professionals, service workers, and construction laborers come from many parts of the globe, including countries such as India, Pakistan, the Philippines, the UK, and many others. This diverse mix of cultures contributes to the city's rich social tapestry, where multiple languages are spoken and various traditions are celebrated. Local citizens, known as Emiratis, make up a small fraction of the total population. Despite their numerical minority, they play important roles in the government and in strategic sectors of the economy. The UAE government implements policies to preserve national culture and values, while promoting integration and harmony between the various expatriate communities. The predominant presence of foreigners also influences the lifestyle in Dubai, with a wide range of international schools, ethnic restaurants, cultural festivals, and sporting events catering to this diverse population. In addition, local legislation is often adapted to accommodate the needs and expectations of expats, promoting an inclusive and attractive environment in which to live and work. Something that many of the new residents may have found strange is the weekend, since in Dubai, as in the rest of the United Arab Emirates, the weekend traditionally falls on Fridays and Saturdays. This change, implemented in 2006, was made to better align the country with international markets and also to respect the religious importance of Friday in the Islamic world. Friday is a holy day for Muslims, dedicated to prayer and rest. During this day, many businesses and schools close to allow the faithful to participate in Friday prayers, known as Jumu'ah. The mosques are packed and it is common for families to gather for lunch after the prayers. Saturday is then an additional day of rest, giving residents and workers a full 2-day weekend. This configuration helps to balance religious and cultural practices with the country's economic and social needs. The move to a Friday-Saturday weekend also brings the UAE closer to many other countries in the Middle East and North Africa, which follow a similar schedule. However, it is important to note that since 2022, the UAE government has adjusted the weekend to Saturday and Sunday for the public sector and schools, while some private companies continue to adopt Friday and Saturday, depending on their operational needs and alignment with global partners. This flexibility reflects Dubai's ability to adapt its practices to better serve its diverse population and international economic ambitions, while still honoring its religious and cultural traditions. There are many changes to modernize both Dubai and the United Arab Emirates and make the country more attractive to foreigners. One of the greatest demonstrations of Dubai's modernization and transformation is in the number of cars. To give you an idea, in 1968, Dubai was very different from what we know today. The city was still at the beginning of its development, before the massive discovery of oil that would transform the Emirates' economy and infrastructure. That year, there were only 13 cars registered in Dubai, a clear indication of the size and simplicity of the city at that time. Most of the vehicles were used by government officials and members of the royal families, as the general population had limited access to cars. The streets were basically sand tracks, and the road infrastructure was rudimentary. Public transportation was almost non-existent, and many residents relied on camels and boats to get around. This reality began to change rapidly after the discovery of large oil reserves in the region. The oil revenue spurred the development of modern infrastructure, including paved roads, bridges, and a public transportation system. From the 1970s onwards, the city underwent a radical transformation, growing rapidly in population and modernity. Today, Dubai is a global hub with a first-class transportation network, including an extensive network of highways, metro, and one of the world's busiest airports. The evolution from just 13 cars in 1968 to a metropolis teeming with luxury vehicles and an advanced infrastructure is testimony to the rapid development and ambitious vision that have shaped the city. An impressive transformation that is set to continue for many years to come. So if you want to follow it all from the front row, subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications so you don't miss a single detail. Thanks for watching, and I look forward to seeing you on our next trip.